Yo. Welcome Christine, Audacious, and whoever the other two people that like the stream are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Am I missing anything? Sweet cake, what's poppin'? What's up, Lunar? Welcome. I think we start with this one. I know you can't see what I'm looking at yet. I'm trying to make sure that my content is here and ready. For starters, I should probably let's actually do this. What's up, chat? Hello. And then look at this for a second while I fix Google Chrome. Cool, I think that we're gaming. But for now. Yo! Oh! Is this working? Can you guys see my shirt? Sometimes when I wear this shirt it doesn't show right. I was gonna change. I was doing the thing. See? You better put potatoes in S tier. Time to rank carrots. We are gonna be ranking carrots. That is a thing that's happening today. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's shorter. I like this one actually. Yeah. Don't need that one. This one's really good. This one's funny. This one's funny. Do I want this one? Yeah, I like these three. Okay. Chat, 1 second. I'm going to change my shirt. It's literally in the other room. I have it picked out. And then we're going to be back. Alright, I'm back. Easy as that. Boom, we're gaming. Boom. Face, yo! Huge, real? Also big, the freaking green screen. I mean, LeBlanc, that is absolutely real and not a green screen. But I know what you guys are here for. Let's just get to the tier list. Okay. Let's... I think it looks... Ooh, I need to drag this over here first off. Okay. Press A, B, C, D, F. Cool. Ooh, I need to start recording just in case. Raise my chair. Go back here. Chat, prepare to drop high YouTubes or whatever you want to say. What's my intro say? Fellas, today we're here ranking. Fellas, today we're here ranking kitchen utensils that I think are going to be the strongest. Of course, everyone has their different opinions based on the anime, the manga, the light novels, whatever it may be. But today I'm going to be doing an objective ranking of the best kitchen utensils. Let's get it. Okay. So here we have the ladle. Big spoon. Used for dipping, getting soups. Honestly, a pretty versatile this is way too depressing for what we're doing. This is a banger though, hold up. Okay. First up, we have the ladle, a classic, really good, but kind of I'd say kind of niche. Doesn't really have too much screen time, and has pretty limited use in their abilities. So I'm gonna put it in C tier for now and move it around if we need to. Knife is S tier because they can summon every sword with it. Wait. Notice I changed my name. Potato. Oh my god. Pots also go to. This is a pretty big pot, I assume, for soups. You can't really have the dipping spoon without having pot. They just go hand in hand together. Gotta put them right next to each other in C tier for that. Here we got the meat beater. Again, a very niche weapon. Has had some pretty good fights against things like steak and chicken, but overall, I don't think that they're important enough of a character in the main story to have any real impact of anything else than D tier. Ooh, okay. Tongs. Tongs go kind of hard. I've had some pretty cool and interesting fights in like the really big crossover episodes and the really big universe collides type things. It's a pretty good and reliable character. I like how they have this kind of dynamic going on where it's almost like a mentor figure showing off what like the maximum capabilities towards that upper echelon of power scaling looks like in the series. I'm gonna put it in B tier for that. You're gonna have to forgive me. I don't know who this is. Maybe a background character, a side character, maybe from a light novel I haven't read. But just because I don't know who this is, I'm gonna put it in F tier. What's up, Morty Bestie? Of course, Pan is just goated through and through. Has to be one of the best heroes in the entire show. Probably the strongest, in all honesty. Very few things can even contend with the thing that the things that Pan do in the freaking series. So S tier easily. What's up, Lunar? Oh, you're just saying hi to Morty. Well, regardless. Let's see. Rolling Pin. Now, Rolling Pin has some pretty strong feats. Nothing as in comparison to what Pan has done. I mean, the fights with Bacon are honestly some of the best in the entire series. Peak for what kitchen power scaling could even look like. I mean, just so versatile. Can do basically anything. Solos almost everything in the entire series. Whereas Rolling Pin, I mean, they have their very good uses. A very powerful tool. I mean, much like Frying Pin and some of the cameos in Tom and Jerry and things like that. Rolling Pin also has some pretty strong feats, but isn't very versatile in what it can do. Put it at the bottom of B tier. What am I listening to right now? DMCA, it would still be DMCA probably. Oh my god, Whisker, dude, I hate Whisker. Bro has two uses max. I mean, what? You can use it for baking, like, cakes and pies. Or really just cakes, honestly. And maybe eggs if you want to get really niche with it. Honestly, F tier, not very many uses. I think this is also a pan. I'm gonna put it right below Frying Pan because this is just, honestly, the GOAT. I think this is like a cheese grater? Another really niche side character. I'm going to put it in an F tier, but I'll put it above just because I'm not really sure entirely when this arc comes into place. This is for stir frying. Honestly, just a worse version of Frying Pan. I like that they're from the same family. They have pretty cool bonds, and the dynamic between everyone in the Pan family is very interesting. They're all very powerful, but unfortunately, Stir Fry doesn't really live up to the hype too much. I do like that they have this kind of in the shadow of their older brother dynamic going on with Frying Pan, but feats alone aren't really enough to put it in S tier, so I'll put them in A tier. Whisker's fight against Pudding was amazing. Oh, I didn't consider that. I forgot about Pudding, dude. I mean, Pudding did have a really hard fight with Whisker, dude. I'll give him bottom of D. You make a good point. You've convinced me. I don't know who this is. This looks like a masher of some sort. Another side character, clearly. Strainer. Now, Strainer is an insane anti-hero. I would say some of the fights that they do. I mean, honestly, at some points, even far enough to say a villain chat. I don't know what you guys would say personally, but I mean, just kind of helping Pasta getting boiled alive. Such a devious side character to. You know, I know he's just trying to earn money for his family in whatever way possible, and maybe he doesn't know the true. I know he definitely, by the end of the series, I'm actually remembering now, does know the atrocities that are done to Pasta, straining out all the water from him, but a very interesting character. I'll put them in the same tier as soup. What about mugs? Mugs isn't on the list though. I didn't make the list. Mugs are dining appliances, not kitchen. Mugs, I don't know who made this community tier list, but I think that they're sleeping on mugs. Mugs would be probably A tier, if not S. Oh my god. Blender has to be one of the best villains in all of the series. I mean, even in the freaking the light novels, Blender is just consistently one of the greatest villains. I would say in all of fiction almost. Well, okay, that's pushing it. That's pushing it. I'll put it in the series. I mean, the fights against fruits and vegetables and the things this man has done to them are just absolutely insane. So much so that even, you know, the human side character, we don't get to see much of their face, but it's very clear that they're devious and sometimes the devious acts are honestly pushed forward a lot by the things that Blender's done. S tier villain, just incredible. Tongs are S tier. What's up, J Flash? That's a good, I would say can be up there, but we haven't, the feats that Tongs can do are really just in the big crossover episodes in the banquet arcs. You know, I like the great banquet arc specifically. I think that one went pretty hard, but not enough to put it much higher than that. Toasters are decent. Wait, we'll get there when we get there. Can opener has some very niche applications, but isn't a very particularly good villain. I'll put them at, you know what? No, they do have some pretty good arcs. I mean, I think that the mixed vegetables arc went pretty crazy. When, you know, comes home from the grocery store and just can opener just grinds them up, but doesn't have a lot of depth to the character. I'll put him at the bottom of C. No, at the top of C. Tongs are flashier versions of pot holders. What do you elaborate by that? Oh, this is air fryer. Okay, now admittedly, I'm not caught up on the newest stuff that air fryer's been doing. I don't know, chat. You have to tell me how good you think air fryer really is. But I've heard they have some pretty good feats. Are able, insane villains are able to do some insane stuff to the foods here. Quite the. I mean, the tournament arcs, so you could cook the best, were kind of crazy. And in terms of how things go, one of the more brutal items in the series, often overcooking things much more than they need to be. I'll put them in A tier. I'm not really sure why they're on this list. It doesn't really fit with all of the other items we have on here, but I'll put them in A. High A to low S? Yeah, Red Muffin, I gotta agree. Mixed vegetable arc went crazy. It went stupid. Toaster. I also don't know why they put Toaster on this. Like, in terms of the greater characters that really get the job done, Toaster I feel like would be putting a tier list with like Oven and Stove, who are noticeably absent for this tier list. But overall, a very reliable character, gets the job done, but also is capable of atrocities much more than needed to be. So I would put them on the side of anti-hero, because they do get the job done with some sandwiches really good, but oftentimes we'll see that the human character kind of messes things up on the side. I wonder if we're ever going to get a face reveal from whoever's controlling Hand. You know what I mean? I think that's gonna go pretty crazy, but I'll put it in A tier. Spatula has the best crossovers in the entire series. An insane character. I mean, so versatile. You can do stuff with pancake, do stuff with burger, can do all sorts of things, honestly. S tier easily. Now, I don't know, is this rice cooker? I see some rice right here. I'm thinking this is rice cooker. I'm not sure why this is on this list, but rice cooker, I mean, no one does rice like rice cooker, but again, not very versatile. I'll put them in B tier. Yeah. And I will, 1 second. I'll name this Power Scaling Appliances 1. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So what else we got going on here? So that's that list, chat. Do you guys have any objections to what I put up here? Was that the stream? No. We have a lot of more tier lists to do. Trust me. You have a lot more tier lists to do. Spatula is so versatile, it'd be a crime to put it below S. That's so true. Honestly, I would say this is the list. I mean, Frying Pan is just through and through one of the best in the series. I think that's a good Toaster's B. I mean, Toaster's has much more incredible feats than I mean, at least Rice Cooker. Rice Cooker is kind of insane to even be this high. More feats than not spatula. Roller pin, Tongs, baby. Tongs like is really just a crossover character, but Tongs has some pretty diverse feats. But I mean, in terms of the maximum amount of impact Tongs can have, is not as high as Toaster. But you know what? I'll bump Toaster down to the top of B. Cheese grater kind of goes hard when paired with can opener and an oven burner in the burrito arc, but it's not versatile. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when it comes to the Mexican food arc, I think that it's not a competition how impactful cheese grater can be, but it's just very, very niche and much more of a support item than a lot of things on this list. Toaster was the one who distracted the human character long enough for the bacon to reach their family. Yeah, I mean, but that was in like that was in a really interesting adaptation. What was that one called? Oh my god, when Toaster distracted the human character. Oh my god. Oh, Hungry Happenings. That's what I'm thinking of. Hungry Happenings. Yeah. I mean, it's really interesting what they do with the human character to like kind of contrasting some of its aloof nature, occasionally making it a bit of a vengeful character sometimes. Sometimes it's a very beautiful experience. It's just really interesting. It depends on the writer's adaptation of the character. But I like that consistently we've never seen humans' face, and we've only at max seen their arms in some adaptation, which I know was really controversial among the fandom even then. But I think it was overall a really good character. What's a blaster? Alright, that one was for the fans. But now that I'm kind of hot, do I want to do both of these? I like this one. This one's very niche. Yeah, I like this one more. I'm gonna close this one. All right, B, C, D. Oh, whoops. There we go. And this would be that color. No, it'd be this color. Sorry, wait, shot 1 second. I like color coding them in a very specific method. And then C should be light green and F should be blue. Oh, whoops. I hit the button. F. Okay. Knife is an easy S because of the kill you. Yeah, it does go pretty hard. Alright, but first, let's do this one. God dang it, dude. Consistency is very important. Okay. Alright, chat, this one's for TikTok. Chat, say hi to TikTok or YouTube Shorts, whatever you want. I'll give you guys, if you want time to get your messages ready. I'll just I'm trying to figure out. I guess I just say power scaling kitchen utensils tier list. Yeah. Power scaling kitchen utensils tier list. No, I can do power scaling kitchen utensils tier list. I think that's good enough. That should be fine. Oh, I should separate these into different recordings. Wait, yeah. Hold up 1 second, chat. Power scaling kitchen utensils tier list. There we go. I looked to the side. Power scaling kitchen utensils tier list. That should be fine. I don't know why I did 5 takes of that. I really did not need to do 5 takes of that. I mean, first up we have Fork. I mean, in the anime, Fork's feats are honestly, you can't downplay them. The amount of things that it's able to do with vegetables, meat, anything really. Easy S tier in the series, one of the best in the game, period. Spoon is also pretty good, but doesn't have as much versatility as Fork does. Like a lot of foods you can eat with. How would I say this? a lot of food you can eat with spoon, you can also eat with fork, and we kind of see the dynamic between the two going back and forth as rivals. But of course, fork being one of the most main characters in the series, I mean, it just has to be higher. So spoon is A tier for that. Knife is one of the best anti-heroes in all of fiction. I mean, it's not even comparable. I mean, the arcs that this character goes through from writer to writer are honestly insane, and you cannot downplay Knife for that. I think my favorite arc with Knife is the one where they have to come together at the Thanksgiving table arc, and it's honestly insane. Right before the Thanksgiving, I'm sorry. One of my favorite arcs in all of the kitchen utensils one of my favorite arcs in all the kitchen utensils anime adaptations or anything is the Thanksgiving dinner arc. I mean, the amount of things we see Knife go through and the struggles of a character are just undeniably peak fiction. S tier. Chopsticks. Now, Chopsticks goes really hard. I really like that they decided to take the direction of having different arcs happening in different places all around the world to create an expanded universe. And I don't like them personally as much as Fork or Knife, but I know a lot of people really do, and it'd be kind of a crime to put them anywhere below Spoon, so I'll put them at the top of A. Now, okay, wait a second. Hand is S tier already? Absolutely. Is Fork boyfriend Spoon? It's very unclear how their relationship unfolds. They don't seem to go in any romantic stuff. I know in some spin-offs, it's different writers will do different liberties with the characters, but in all the ones that I've read, Fork and Spoon are platonic. However, we'll get to that soon. Chopsticks is a great character, and I expect the way they did in Yoverisa. Absolutely. Is that Spork? I know. Now, Spork is very controversial. I'm surprised to put him on this list because Spork is a light novel only character. I mean, the combination of Spork and Spoon, when they fuse together, their feats would be unimaginably broken. But the main uses we see of Spork are in the plastic form, because the primary writer, Hugh Anus, decided to take Spork and integrate them in the Plastic Saga, which is very controversial among the fandom. That said, I think Spork is an incredible character. I'll put them at the top of A tier. Now, Ladle's really good. Soup Spoon goes pretty hard. I would say that their relationship, when it got romantic with Spoon, was some of the most tense moments in all of the series. But Feats, I mean, isn't really too versatile outside of the soup arcs. So I will put him in C tier for that. Now, Straw is a very different character, very unique, doesn't have any crossover between other items on the list. I would put them right above Spoon because of how unique that they are, or I'm sorry, Soup Spoon because of how unique they are. But I mean, Straw, there's not really many uses we see Straw do that aren't really implied off camera between mouth. So I'm gonna put it at C tier for that reason. And of course, Hand, I mean, guys, listen. Hand has to be one of the most mysterious characters in all the franchise, almost deserving of their own tier. It's kind of hard to rank them, period, because, I mean, just depending on the writer, I mean, for instance, even in Hugh's series, Hand was an aloof character, but then you'll have other characters such as Deez will take a lot of liberties of making the character a lot more brutal. And because of that, I gotta put him in S tier. Insane character. That's the tier list. Han has so much audacious. Shut up. I will not have any talk of that in my chat. Absolutely not. No. We're not talking about the things Han has done. Han is busted. Han has been able to manipulate almost every single thing in the franchise. It's just behind everything, but isn't not in like a evil mastermind kind of way, in more of a not benevolent, but not malevolent either. Just a neutral on-seer. You know, kind of how it was in the Marvel franchise really ruined, Eternals by having them kind of stand back and not do anything, while his Hand can do whatever they want. It's Hand. I mean, come on now. But Hand's crossover with Knife. I mean, it depends on what writer adaptation you're talking about, because sometimes Hand doesn't seem to have a mind of its own, but sometimes it'll take the liberties, as with the Knife crossover in multiple adaptations. There was the whole serial killer spin-off, which was very interesting how they kind of turned it into a murder mystery before we realized that hand and knife were working together. But then you also have like the food competitions, where aren't really centered around the violence done against food. Food doesn't seem to have much of a sentient identity in those series, where hand will have the ability to just kind of chop everything up, and it's a competition, you know, a friendly little thing going on there. I know a lot of you guys probably haven't got that niche with it, but I think it's a pretty good adaptation of the character. Honestly, I would go as far to say Spoon can be in B tier. I know there's a lot of things in S tier, but these are really just like, these are all pretty main characters, so it makes sense they'd all populate the higher tiers on the list. So I'm gonna download this, chat. 1 second. I'm gonna save this as power scaling, eating utensils. There we go. One thing I forgot to mention about chopsticks earlier is chopsticks is like, the things chopsticks can do at a high level are insane, but very low level chopsticks isn't very powerful. Probably has the biggest power jump, power creep of all the characters in the series. That's just my 2 cents though. I know it's a bit controversial. I wish writers would stick to the status quo for hand. I'm so tired of all the changing. Yeah, I know some writers have gotten kind of liberal. What's the word I'm looking for? Not liberal, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like, too open-ended. Like they're doing too much with hand. They have like, I don't understand why they have like the evil hand arc. And then they'll have like hand undergo like these entire, like when hand started becoming the main character in series, it got really bad. Personally, a little too. God, I don't know what the word is. It's not liberal. It's like too free with hand. Like hand is supposed to be a character that is mysterious in the background. And their ideologies are very questionable and hard to understand. So when you put the character in the forefront like that, it rubs me the wrong way. No pun intended. But that's it for this list. I think that's pretty straightforward. We can do one more appliances tier list. I think I'll save this one for another day though. Let me say that to Twitch stuff really quick. Okay. We can try some fruit tier list after this. Okay. So first off here we have, is milk on this? No, I didn't power scale drinks because they're kind of, I mean, Bevs can really bring together a lot of the competition arcs, but Bevs aren't really seen doing too much. All of their strength is kind of implied. Yeah. But I do like when they gave the human, oh, who wrote that one? It was Candace Pickleton, actually, I believe, was who wrote the arc where we got to see like what human has going on in their own life. Never really showed anything beside a little shots of a hand, maybe using a pencil, which was pretty interesting, and a lot of very few appearances outside of that, but it was pretty cool. Power or character? Let's rank them based on character, because like power of vegetables is kind of harder to rank because of their nature of very rarely do we see them do much outside of get eaten. Of course, there was that one arc with character, and don't get me started on eggplant, but we'll get there when we get there. The way Knife sabotaged potato peelers so that Knife could see the potato in pain was a scar moment for Potato, and I feel like Potato should be an A. That, I mean, yeah, and that was in the main series too. So you know what? I'll give you that. Potato, I mean, a very versatile character too. I mean, we've seen them undergo the French fry arc, the chips arc. Even at the, again, Thanksgiving is one of the best arcs in all of the series. At least for the main anime series. So, Morty, I'm trying not to think of like harp on Technoblade's passing too much. I did hear about it. It's just I know it's really depressing for a lot of people, so I try not to stay on it too much. I really feel for his family and all the other people who knew him personally. I'll take a quick moment. I'm in it now. I know he had a lot of impact on a lot of people, and I really respect him for that. I all I've seen on Twitter is people talk about how giving he was, and he would kind of joke around with people, but in a way that they always still felt welcome. So I respect Techno a bunch, even though I wasn't the hugest watcher of him. But I want to kind of keep away from talking about it anymore after this point, if that's okay with you guys. So, anyways, back to more light topic. Let's start power scaling these guys, or let's rank them based on character again. Tomato, also very diverse. You know what? I'll put Potato in A S tier. I don't think I've seen a single bad person, a single adaptation of Potato where they are written poorly. For instance, like Tomato has taco sauce, ketchup, but I mean, no one really comes close to. But Potato is almost in a tier of their own. Maybe corn's up there. I mean, you got corn chips, you got canola oil. I mean, corn has been through so much pain. I would argue these are the only two S tiers in the entire series. Tomato's a Twitch channel, and they go to the name Jimmy here or something. Interesting. I didn't know that they outside of their character, they actually did streams and stuff. I'd be interested in see what kind of people they are. It's pretty cool. Pumpkin, really cool for the Halloween arcs, but outside of the festivities, Pumpkin doesn't really have too much going for him. I'll put him in C tier for that. Cucumber, I've seen, you know, Cucumber themselves doesn't really do too much. Sometimes they'll come up in vegetable platters. And I think the best thing people have done with them is the pickle arc, kind of showcasing the atrocities that will happen in the fast food industry sometimes. But for that alone was a goated adaptation. I'll put him in B tier. Oh, absolutely. The Thanksgiving arc was just, oh my god, oh my god, it was just such beautiful writing. Especially, it's just, I honestly think that the Thanksgiving arc is probably peak for the franchise. I think that the craziest stuff that we've seen Potato and Corn go through is when in the Thanksgiving arc we see gravy come into play. Something that's rarely ever comes, and we see Potato, after being mashed and beaten down, have this beautiful relationship with gravy as they come together and make something beautiful. What's up, Keezy? What's up? Welcome to the free stream. But as I was saying, I shouldn't say welcome. It's not your first time, but like, welcome in. No, I hate when people say welcome in. Good to see you. There we go. That's something I can say. Dude, oh my god, I'm being so cringe right now. I'm sorry. It's just the mental toll of Corn and Potato. I mean, and Corn. You don't think about how Corn, in almost every adaptation, you see them in their loose arc. But when you have them held together like that, and just the struggles that they went through on the Thanksgiving arc as like Corn on the cob still, which is a very interesting adaptation. I'm so glad that they decided to go back to the roots with that one. Onion? I mean, Onion has been through some stuff too. I mean, in the fast food industry arc, we can't forget that Onion Rings has had some pretty niche appearances, but all of them always bangers. The flavors come together really good, but the conditions implied for the workers aren't always the best. I'll put them in the same tier as Cucumber. Is this lettuce? Or is that celery? I'm not a huge fan of celery. The only time we see celery do anything is in the food platter arc, honestly. And even then, I mean, just overshined by, like, carrot is just a side. I mean, carrot and celery probably the things that go the hardest, but I gotta put them bottom of D. Oh my god, eggplant, dude. I honestly think eggplant has gone through the weirdest things, man. I mean, I don't know why they decided to sexualize eggplant so much. Like, it's synonymous with the character at this point. I mean, all the memes in the fandom of eggplant being sexualized is just crazy. Worst character. Yeah, a lot of writers have ruined them. I don't really even know what Eggplant does anymore outside of be, you know, clickbait and what's what I'm looking for? It's when they throw in a hot character just to be there. Not clickbait, but fan service. Fan service. Really, just a fan service character at this point. I'd like to see a good writer like Hugh turn his character around. Cauliflower goes crazy when cooked. The steaming arc and the mixed vegetables arc always are, I mean, just some of the peak of the franchise. I gotta put both cauliflower, I mean, broccoli is top of A, cauliflower overshined by broccoli, but also an A tier. It really is sad to see Eggplant go like that. They remove Eggplant. The Eggplant episodes got removed from 4Kids? I mean, I knew they were controversial, but I mean, I guess all of my knowledge of the arcs have come pretty recently. I'm not a long time fan like that. I respect the classics, but I had no idea that they had to clean the characters like that when it came to that arc. Or at least, well, you know what arc I'm talking about. Anyways, a scene with Eggplant uncensored, dude. Like, in some of the more mature adaptations, I just hate seeing the sex scenes. Like, it's just, in some of them, it's like every episode with Eggplant. Like, they can't do anything else with that character, but I don't want to harp on it too long. Bell peppers can go crazy, but like the only person who's had the skill to do anything with that is surprisingly Candace. I would say that her adaptation in some of the Latin cuisine comics actually went pretty cool. Cool cut. Oh, anyways, yeah. Thank you, Keezy. Appreciate it. But the cuts on Eggplant, I mean, very few writers even touch Eggplant because of how complicated of a character and how hard they are to deal with. But is this Guava? I don't know anything about this character. I haven't read the stories that they're in. I don't even, honestly, I can't even cite any media off the top of my head with them, chat. Do you? Any Guava fans out there? I don't really know. What can you guys tell me about this character? Because I don't know anything personally. But I guess I'll come back to him. Carrots! One of the best in the franchise. I mean, you got what? You got in the steamed arc, in all mixed vegetables 1 and 2, and the comic adaptation is not even added in just for the anime like cauliflower was. I mean, great addition, by the way. But the snack arc, after school arc, went crazy. I gotta say, the aloof nature of Hand in that was really good. When Hand brutally murdered the entire clan of Broccoli, I haven't read that adaptation. Sounds like something out of Naruto, man. Freaking Itachi Uchiha. Maybe they got some inspiration from there. I don't know. Was that a light novel? Oh no, that was a I heard that was a fanfic. One of the ones that are praised by the community higher, but I haven't read too many of the fanfictions personally. Maybe it's good though. No idea. I'm gonna put Guava in F simply because I don't know what Guava does. Not actually a bad character, but I'm just gonna fill up F with Guava. Lettuce is one of my favorite in the franchise as well, dude. Okay, wait a second. There's too many characters in A tier. I'm gonna bump Cauliflower. Wow, but Cauliflower is an original character, and for that, they are goated. Ketchup, I mean, ketchup is just so bland sometimes, though. It's just like a staple because they've been in the game so long. A classic. I'll bump them down to the top of B tier, honestly. But as I was saying, lettuce is just crazy. Every single salad issue. I mean, salad issue. The Caesaring of salads at issue 52. You just can't look it down, man. And I think that was the issue where they introduced feta to Caesar, which was a pretty interesting adaptation there. That was pretty cool. Remember when Hand brutally? I already said that. Devil and Angel, nice Morty. But I think lettuce is great. Goes good on in the fast food industry arcs too. Just kind of crazy. I'm not a big fan of what is this, beets, radishes. I'm not even sure. I don't think they're done very well. Very rarely will they be done well. I think masterful, like some of the greats, like the one issue run that oh, what was their name? I think it was Jonathan. Jonathan 30 Capri had with Beat was pretty interesting, but overall, not too good of a villain personally. And that's that for that one. Not too much to say about that, honestly. Thank you for the 9 likes on the stream, by the way. Appreciate it, guys. Who else has, like... Let's do fruits, yeah? Let me, veg based on character arc. Okay. What am I listening to, by the way? Is this DMCA? It's not. Okay. Just checking chat. Okay, where was I? Fruit tier list. We gotta, I think that, I mean, obviously power scaling foods isn't as easy as power scaling, kitchen utensils, but we'll see what we have. This is too long. Coconut is S tier though. I think we can agree on that, chat. I'm not a very fan of how they are conveyed in their taste, but these are too long. A, B, C, D. Don't A tier is not above S tier. Boom. Boom. This is gonna be really controversial. I'm just gonna give you guys a head up. Brace yourselves for a bit of a trigger warning. I have some very, very hot takes on the vegetables in this, or fruits in this series. Bananas are S tier because it grew. A very hot take, bananas are overrated. I'm just gonna start it off right here with that. Bananas, B tier. Goes good in the strawberry banana crossover arcs, but very overrated. I just don't like the soft and mushy, tender nature of the character. I'm not a big fan. Peach has some really good arcs. I don't like how they also become a bit of a sexualized character, but I mean the femme fatale stuff can work for him. I'll put him in B as well. Apple's one of the best in the game. Hard shell, good taste, very versatile, goes good in pies, all sorts of stuff. Honestly, S tier character. I am not a big fan of Melon, but you gotta respect what Melon's done. I mean, one of the only big bodies in the anime to survive the fruit platter massacre. So I mean, for that, simply, honestly, even an S tier, but I can't put him above Apple. I'm biased with Apple. Is this grapes? I love grapes. I like their capability to work as a team and come together for things. They're one of the few juices that I think are pivotal to the franchise. Of course, the wine arcs go pretty crazy as well. Just honestly changed the game for so many people. What is this? Guava? I don't know anything about guava, honestly. The extended universe I'm not too familiar with. Pineapple did not survive the fruit massacre, unfortunately, but one of the most unique designs in the franchise, so I'll give it a B for that. That's mango. Oh, I'll put mango in D tier. They have some very good combinations in the blender arcs, at least the ones that aren't, super bloodthirsty. But I can respect a good mango where respect is due. Cherries, I'm not a fan of cherries at all, dude. I'm gonna put them in F tier. Like they try to have like that working together thing, but no one does it better than grapes, and their flavor isn't conveyed to be very good either. Blueberries, I put blueberries in C, and an insane addition for the blender arcs. But they don't work together well as grapes, and it feels like they're just like a cheap copy. Like, I understand that they're supposed to, have the different properties, a little tart sour taste, but the sweet nature of grapes always is just so heartwarming to see, and I gotta put them in A tier, while blueberries are in C tier for that. Pineapple had a good portion of the season 7 finale. That is pretty true, actually. I assume you're talking about the, because I was thinking personally about the fruit platter massacre. One of my favorite arcs. Almost no. Chat, let's be honest. Nothing touches Thanksgiving, but the fruit platter massacre was pretty high. I think Pineapple has some good stuff also in the very I think smoothie issue number 8. But the season finale where they get backstabbed by Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe is one of my favorite characters in the franchise. I think it's an insane heel. Their arc from like this goody two shoes being in, you know, watermelon shadow all the time, in the Melon family, the Melon clan, of course. Pineapple wanted to join, kind of hung out, but not too much. But eventually became overtaken by Cantaloupe. I'm sorry for spoilers, by the way. I'm gonna spoiler warning. When Cantaloupe comes together and eventually stabs Pineapple in the back, and this is the spoiler part, tricks Honeydew. I know. Into being an accomplice, and Honeydew never finds out. No one ever finds out. Is just crazy. It goes crazy. Yo, what's up, Cripsy? Welcome to the freaking stream. We are currently ranking. I don't know if you're too big into the Kitchen Craze franchise. It goes by a few different names depending on the season. But we're currently power scaling and ranking based on character, which fruits went through the best character arcs. Personally, I'm a huge fan of Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving is just peak fiction, period. I think that the Blender issues go kind of hard. And of course, Saturday Night Scare is a classic. I don't know how I've been forgetting about that one, but the season 7 finale of what was it? Oh my gosh. Where I was just talking about where Pineapple got backstabbed. I forgot the name of it, but I thought that was really good for Pineapple. I don't even have Thanksgiving. No, dude, you have to read it or watch it. Just consume it in any way possible. I think Thanksgiving it's just undeniably one of the greats. It's a crime to put strawberry anywhere not near banana. I think they deserve to be in the same tier. I think it's very interesting to have the seeds on the outside for the character. It really works with like writers adding scars. I think the lack of seeds or presence thereof can really bring the character together. Is very interesting. I personally huge fan. Raspberries. I haven't consumed much raspberries content, chat. I'll be honest. I'm gonna put them in F, but not because I hate them, but because I need to go back and read some more raspberry stuff. And I'll put the same for blackberries. I mean, the whole berries was a pretty good, or I'm sorry, I not the light novel, a pretty good manga run. But I'm just not too familiar. Out in their other like, I haven't read the Blender issues. I haven't got that far yet. Coconuts would be S tier. I actually hate Coconut's character. Personally, but you cannot doubt. I mean, outside of Watermelon, just the strongest big body in the franchise. Period. I mean, they got milk. I believe they have rice, water. I hate them in the cake franchise, which is why I know it's a controversial run sometimes. I've been trying to stay away from that. We haven't ranked anything in the desserts. The desserts spinoff yet, but I hate Coconut's adaptation of the dessert spinoff. So I would, outside of that, probably a pretty good character. It's just a personal thing, really. Cherry's got to at least be in D tier. Are you serious? What has Cherry's done? I mean, I think that they're just very lovable because of how much pain that they've gone through, or not pain, but rather how. I mean, they were in desserts. They were in the Candies arc. I mean, they've been all over the world, really. And I think that people's thoughts of them before that overshoot how much the character truly deserves. At least that's me. That's how I feel about it. Oh my gosh, I had some hot takes about oranges. Okay, let me explain to you here. I don't think they're as good as apples. The juice arc, it's like a fun arc to read and watch. Of course, I think grapes is the best in the juice franchise. Apples is a tried and true staple, but I think oranges takes the cake for the star of that series. I'm not a big fan of orange just because of how long it takes for their peel to come off, if you will, their outer shell, and break out of their character. Like the stuff, once you get into the real deep stuff of orange is really good, but I'm just not a big fan of how long it takes for orange to build up as a character. It's a really slow burn. Not a huge fan of it. I'll put them in A tier. Grapefruit, I think, is just a downgrade of orange. I think that grapefruit writers try to take orange in this darker tone, but I think one of the things that makes orange so good is the sweetness of them. And grapefruit, it's like this tart, I don't know. When you make them into an anti-hero, it's not there for me. I'll put them right below strawberry, actually. Banger, by the way. Whoever requested this, thank you. Kiwi. Now, oh my gosh. Kiwi. Strawberry. I think strawberry is the quintessential crossover character. Just goes good with almost everyone. Outside of, like, of course, the utensils with, like, fork. But, I mean, outside of, as far as main characters go, of course, you can't really get better than fork. Anyways, as far as side characters go, Kiwi probably has the most interesting dynamic and personality. I'm not a huge fan, but you gotta give respect to Kiwi where Kiwis do. I'm gonna bump Peach down to the top of C, actually. I just, in terms of female characters written, I think that who's the best female character in the franchise? Oh god. I think Bowl. Bowl is probably one of the best, but I mean, God. I think Chopsticks. Well, yeah, I think Chopsticks is one of the best written female characters in the franchise. Personally, I'm just trying to think, like, there's just so few writers who can get really good female characters done right in this series, and I'm just not a big fan of it. God, man. Oh, Chicken Breast. Chicken Breast goes crazy. I think that Chicken Breast has one of the smoothest arcs in the series, because they're not as juicy typically as like leg or thigh, but they have such beautiful combinations and like nuggets and tenders and stuff that it's just S tier character. But that's for another tier list. I don't know is this papaya? I have no idea what this is. I don't know what that is. Coconut, I mean, I told you I really don't like their implications in the sweets arc, but I'll put them in A tier just because you gotta give them respect. And I don't know what these two are. Is this a peach? An apple? I don't know what these are, chat. I thought I had my knowledge down, but apparently it's just on the utensils. I mean, clearly my fruits knowledge isn't as poppin' as it could be. But yeah, that's my thoughts on these, chat. I mean, there's just so many good tier lists. Or, not tier lists. We made a lot of good tier lists. So many good things in the franchise to consider. Really big fan. I just love the utensils and stuff like that. So, chat, I am not ending stream. I'm going to briefly end and stream Cuphead now, but I didn't want to have to change all the SEO for the YouTube stream. If you're watching on Twitch, I multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So I'm going to briefly end, and we're going to resume immediately with Cuphead tier list. Get it? Got it? Good. I'll see you guys on the other side. I'll drop the YouTube link, actually. Well, you just go to if you're watching on YouTube, just go to my channel. It's scheduled. You'll see it. I'm still streaming. I'm going to be live literally in instantly. Wait for what? What are we waiting for? I'm gonna be live again in like 2 minutes, if that. Oh, MS Paint speedrun. Okay, I will start that at the beginning of next stream. At the beginning of next stream, draw Dementio from what is SPM? I don't know who that is. Wait a second. We got a redemption. You know what? I will do it in this stream. Why not? What is? No, I'll do it now. 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 I'll just do it now. Why not? Actually, no. I lied. No, I'm doing it at the end of the next stream. Dementio. Oh, okay, I see this guy. I know who you're talking about. I cannot promise it's gonna be good, but like I'll do my best to delete Cuphead spoilers. Wait, what do you mean? Wait, Cuphead spoilers how? Draw Cuphead? You gotta redeem it, my guy. But I'll keep this up so I remember. I don't know too much about Super Paper Mario, but I'll speedrun you a freaking scuffed drawing. Anyways, I'm gonna end and go live. And what do you mean like? Like for what? Spoilers for the DLC. I already beat the DLC. For Cuphead? But like I already. What do you mean? Anyways, I'm just gonna end it and start the next one. I'll see.